Hey everybody, Nancy Hart here, Whole Heart Evolution. And our theme for this week's tune-up is dun da 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 forgiveness. I don't know about you, but when I think about a theme I'd like to share, just looking around, what might benefit you and what have I been experiencing this week that I could bring to you in support of you? And let's just say I've had a lot of opportunities to navigate around this thing we call forgiveness. This opportunity, this practice, this principle, this way of being. It kind of came to me in a number of different directions for things I was teaching, experiences I was having this past week. And I had a wonderful opportunity to be in a training with my teacher and mentor, Mary Morrissey. And this theme of forgiveness just kept, it was like a little kid that wrapped itself around my leg and said, me, pay attention to me. And I would like to offer you a couple of thoughts on it and then a couple of affirmations, one from Mary and then one from His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, who Mary worked with, that has been shared numerous ways. And it's a meditation that is simple in its nature and I've found to be very powerful as things you might activate this week. So first and foremost, forgiveness. That can be a very charged word. In the way that I work with forgiveness now, forgiveness, the idea of it is to give for one way, from one way of being to another way of being, to release perhaps a burden that we have been carrying around by offering this practice, to give one belief for a new set of beliefs, to put the burden down. What does that mean? Well, what it doesn't mean is that if the circumstances, the facts, or conditions around the experience that perhaps that you had, and I'm speaking specifically to things like abuse, it's not that we are condoning or betrayal or anything like that. It's not that we are condoning the behavior. It's not that we're saying that the behavior was okay. Absolutely not. What we're doing is breaking, is releasing in this practice the idea that we have held that is holding us, that might be holding us back. We are putting the burden of that down, releasing it, so we can move into a greater, more expansive expression of us, to create room for something new and wonderful to come in to as part of our vision. And again, it does not condone behavior. It releases its hold on us. I think Mary shared that, and it's probably an adage you've heard, is that carrying resentment is like carrying a hot coal, expecting the other person to be burned when the only person who's being hurt in that moment is us, because we're still carrying it around. We're still carrying it around. And wouldn't it be glorious to absolutely have an opportunity to release that, to release its hold on us? I've certainly had an opportunity to practice it with my clients. It's one of the tools that we use as part of our transformative process, as we look at that for each and every one of us. As many of you know, I experienced the passing of a dear friend, longtime friend and dear. And as with any relationship, it had its ups, it had its downs. And we navigated. And there are aspects of forgiveness for us both to navigate in that space. And then there is this, the world itself. There's so much going on. What is it that we can offer? Are there things that we can give to release this way of thinking, this way of being for another? I'm hoping that makes sense. Chat with me if you have questions about this, but it is releasing for a new way of being, releasing the burden, the hot coal that we're carrying, to free ourselves. This is all about the inside job, freeing ourselves. And as part of that, I would like to offer, courtesy of Mary and courtesy of His Holiness, 2 practices you might consider and try on this week. And one of them I used with a family member and found it to be incredibly powerful for me when I exercised that. And it's just 3 simple lines that Mary shares. And it goes like this. It's a forgiveness affirmation. It says, I forgive you completely. I free you from our past. I accept healing now. I forgive you completely. I free you from our past. I accept healing now. Try that on. Bring somebody to mind. Try that on, or a situation to mind. Try that on. Notice what you're feeling. Notice the resonance inside you. And I would also offer, forgiveness is not necessarily a one and done. Sometimes it takes repeated efforting, repeated focus for us to actually be able to put it down. What we want to check is the why. Not why things happen, but why we would like to release that. What would we gain by releasing this? And ultimately, it's about creating freedom inside ourselves. Creating freedom, putting the burden down. Let's see how many times I can say that before I finish this video. So that's the forgiveness affirmation. The other that she shares, and this is something that His Holiness has shared many times in many formats. And it's called the Loving Kindness Meditation. Maybe some of you have heard of it or practiced it yourself. And forgiveness oftentimes will start with ourselves, clearing the roadway for ourselves. And then we can offer it to another. And then we can offer it to groups or to whomever we choose. And again, repetition. Oftentimes this is a repetition. But His Holiness shares it this way, toward ourselves. He says, we say, may I be truly happy. May I live in peace. May I live in love. May I know the power of forgiveness. And may I live in recognition that my life has deep meaning and good purpose. Sorry, everybody. Dusty day. Dusty day, powerful affirmation. So that's toward ourselves. And then toward another or a group. May you be truly happy. May you live in peace. May you live in love. May you know the power of forgiveness. May you live in recognition that your life has deep meaning and good purpose. This is an affirmation he is rigorous with himself, for himself. I invite you to try these two on, to consider what is it in your life that you may have been carrying around, something that you would a burden you'd love to put down. And that exercising your superpower of forgiveness can help you with that. Would you be willing to try this on? Try these affirmations on. See what resonates for you. Do an experiment this week. And notice what happens for you. I sure am. That's it for this week. Give these affirmations a try. Let me know. Chat me up and let me know how these work for you. Or if you have any questions about what is this? It's a powerful, powerful tool. It is your superpower. Try it on. That's it for this week, everybody. See you soon. See you next week. Bye-bye for now.